Alright, welcome back. This is M-Dog. And I just want to make another quick video here. Getting some more time in at Amber for some carp fishing, which I can always enjoy a little time fishing for carp here at Amber. Playing Russian Fishing 4, and this spot with these baits and this setup has just been a blast for the past hour, so I thought I would upload the little video here talking about how I'm approaching it. And honestly, the baits, the PVA, everything I'm using was a suggestion from somebody in the community that I've known for quite a while that has a lot of good ideas and approaches, but I think they typically prefer to kind of stay anonymous, so we will keep it that way. And remind me to talk about small common carp. Just kidding. Well, first of all, where are we and what's our clip? We are here in peg E4 at 83-145, basically just casting straight over towards peg 1. If you look on the map, you see peg 1 is right across from us. If you fished here a lot, of course you know that. Peg 1 is also often, even currently, a good place to fish from. And we are, like I said, at 35-meter clip, and let's talk about the different baits we're using as soon as we get this fish in. Oh, people don't like it when I go up and down. They want me to just reel the fish straight in and increase the chances that I'm going to lose it. But I don't want to make you nauseated, so I'll try to not go up and down very much. It's just muscle memory at this point, to be honest with you. Oh, see, I did it. I mean, it's hard for me not to. Sorry about that. I think it helps. It creates a little slack in the line. Gets the fish heading towards me instead of pulling away from me. Like if I had done it there, it would have helped, but whatever. Don't want to make you sick. And anyway, so there's another common carp. Holy cow, are we catching a lot of common carp here, by the way. Which is fine. Common carp add up quickly in terms of silver and XP. All right, so let's look at the baits we're using first. It's actually 3 different setups. I've sort of tweaked it myself a little bit, but I'm using large 1/0 hook on this one. Smaller 15 size strawberry boilies and size 16 vanilla boilies. By the way, notice that we are fishing with 2 boilies. This is like old school Amber, and it's so good. Strawberry jam, just kidding, strawberry dip, and this is what is on our PVA. Take a close look. It's not maybe exactly what you're expecting. 4 and 8 on strawberry feed pellets, vanilla pellets 3. Crushed boilies using the explosive sinking boilies, so slightly different flavor there, and then vanilla cream extract for the attractant. Vanilla cream attractant. I don't know what I just said, but vanilla cream attractant. Okay, so now let's look at the third rod. Very similar, except different brand of vanilla. Okay, so still strawberry 15, but vanilla, the Old Pal brand. Everything else is the same. So really, rod 1 and rod 3 are very similar. Both of them double boilies, and both of them that sort of mid-size, actually small meat. I mean, I don't know what to call it. It's the lighter of the 2 medium-size boilie sizes, I guess. It's not the smallest, but it's also not the... In some of the boilie lines, there's, you know, like potential of sort of 4 different size categories. These have the ones that are around 14 to 16 number on both the top and the bottom. Here, see, can't stop doing it. We'll try to do the bear shuffle instead. This is also, I think, sometimes causing fish to pop off. Any kind of movement sometimes does, but I just do want to do anything to create some slack. So there's a frame-sided. All right, so real quick before this next fish gets on the line, let's look at the middle rod, because this is the most interesting to me. So notice that we're back down to a large 1 hook. However, we're using big boy strawberry boilies, size 20. So again, this isn't the largest size. Some boilies do come in like, what, 25 or 26 or whatever. But this is what used to be pretty standard size boilie when you're going for carp at Amber. Yeah, we've gotten away from that in recent times. Almost said modern times. Let's don't get carried away. But size 20, still size 14 vanilla underneath. And then everything else is the same. So a little smaller hook, but the bite rate on this one has been great. In fact, after doing this testing, I think you could go all three like the middle rod is and do pretty well. And then also, if you did that, you would dodge a lot of the smaller common carp that I'm catching. But I don't mind. Here's another small one. I don't mind it too much because part of the fun of this spot has been the just the volume of catching fish. I mean, it has been one after another. So like I said, there's been a lot of common carp. None of them have been big yet. They will eventually, but just have happened to kind of get into this like 8 to 3 kilo range for a lot of them. Frame sided's much more rare. This is probably the only non-marker fish I've caught, if I'm remembering correctly. The one trophy gibble, which was a fun surprise. I forgot there was a linear, to be honest, until we clicked on this, because there was obviously just one. There's some decent mirror carps, which helps the off times not be as boring. We had the one rare come in, but there's also a lot of common ghost carps being caught here. We just haven't happened to hit one yet. And then some pretty decent tench. I mean, I think hitting a tench trophy here would be, no problem at all. If you are patient and come back every once in a while, I think that's going to happen eventually. So let's pull in another fish here. It's unfortunate that the middle rod hasn't gone off. Now, I have been here over an hour now. So you would expect the bite rate to start slowing down a little bit. Second day, second hour is going to be slower than the first, most likely. But I'm also curious to see, as the bite rate overall goes down, do we start hitting a few rares a little more often? Possible. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. I'll certainly update the video if that seems to happen some. But yeah, I mean, overall, let's see. The largest mirror we caught was actually on one of the smaller setups. Now this is the larger one. I just think the larger size boilie, it maybe hasn't done better overall, but it also hasn't caught the non-markers. There's another one. Or the really small, less than 3 kilo commons. So that's been kind of nice, because these outside ones, if all three of them were set up which by the way, this might be the worst. And I don't know if it's because it's got that 14 on it, but a lot of my small commons have certainly come in on this third one to the right. So is that another gibble? That's not a carp at all, is it? So if you're going to make a change to this, you might try going like this. So doing the first, what the first one is, so basically the first and third one like that. I could see doing that. Again, I still like having the one set up with 20 size on there. I guess to be consistent, I might put the same vanilla on the middle one too. There's another small common, isn't it? I was kind of going with some of the old pal vanilla. But for the next test I do here, I might go, just use Old Pal Strawberry and do what's the brand? Helen Van Zant for the vanilla. Because that actually is the brand we're using in the PVA, crushed up. That's a Helen Van Zant brand. So, I don't know, that could be interesting. But yeah, like I said, we're here over an hour and 13 minutes. We went through happy hour, so it was a good happy hour. And now I'm going to see how it goes for a little bit longer. And again, I'm thinking maybe we'll see a rare or two pop up as some of the normal bite rate kind of does slow down just a bit, perhaps. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get this fish in, then I'll wrap up the video. Unfortunate that middle rod hasn't gone off. I'm telling you, the bite rate's not been bad at all on that. Not that it's obviously kept up with the smaller boilie sizes on the ends, but it hasn't been slow like this at all. But right now, yeah, it's just not hitting. The outside are still kind of crushing it. It's another nice tench, but the middle one is definitely feeling that post-hour slowdown. What are we at? 55 fish in 114 minutes, and with an overnight. I mean, that's just, you're catching a lot of carp at that rate. Which is quite fun. I think you're going to get a bonus fish here. Well, at this size, let's hope it's a tench or a gibble. Might be another really small common, though. It is a tench. I like it. Yeah, it's that time of morning, though. If you're going to see tench popping in like this, this is probably when it will be. Let's just see how this next bite feels. If it's small, we'll just jerk it in real fast, and I guess you'll get another bonus fish. But if it's decent, then it'd be nice to have at least one decent fish here. Be another tench then. This one's even a small tench if it's a tench. I think it's a tiny mirror, isn't it? Yeah, goodness. Yeah, so I guess after an hour, I mean, I'm suddenly getting... I guess we've had waves of smaller carp coming in. But I'm kind of surprised in the morning it's doing this. Regardless, though, it has been a really nice spot. Let's go ahead and I'll burn an ATV for you guys. Let's just kind of see what we're doing silver-wise, approximately. Just to give you an idea, just over an hour here. It's gonna have to be solid. Now, one thing that's different, you know, looking at those common carp sizes, we're not getting, you know, if the largest common we had was what, 11 or 8 or something like that, that's gonna bring your silver down a little bit. But it's such a good variety of different fish, and we have had a few larger ones. They just weren't commons. We had the one rare, so I still think we'll do really well silver-wise for, you know, again, a little over an hour of fishing. And there's so many other spots at Amber right now that are hot. I'm hearing that the pond is also starting to warm up, which is always great news for lower-level players that are trying out Amber. Yeah, 513 silver. So even being conservative, you could say 400 in an hour. It was probably a little more than 400 an hour. It's just awesome. It's probably honestly more like 450, 460 an hour. We weren't there past an hour that much. But just terrific. And when we hit that tench trophy, we got tons of time to go turn it in. This will be some big money. We don't want to do that, I'll tell you that. All right, let's go back real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. I've already extended it longer than I intended to. Okay, so if you're still here, you are a true fan. Thank you, true fan. Wait. True fan, that's not... never mind. You're a great fan. You're a committed fan, and I appreciate your support. For the channel, well, so side channel, still working, mostly with my son. We're developing some plans to start a new board gaming channel. That is still in the works. We have not stopped. Our intention is still to pursue that. So hopefully that is coming. Secondly, on this channel, I'm also wanting to start a fresh character, fresh playthrough on my favorite MMO of all time. One MMO to rule them all. That's the only hint you're getting. So, you know, time is always an issue. We'll see how it goes. But that is what I'm hoping to do, and what I would like to do. So in the past, when I've tried to do an MMO playthrough, which obviously is just totally unrealistic, that I mean, it's such a commitment. It's almost like a leveling guide in RF4. I would like to, instead of like, in the past, I feel like I've done a bunch in a short amount of time and burned out. What I'd like to do is spread out the episodes a little bit more and see it as more of a slow but steady, the turtle wins the race kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hey, that's our first fish. Oh, shoot. It hit the water. We lost a PVA. I was going to change it. I wanted to be a little more consistent here. And then obviously the other thing, we've still got more RF4 videos coming just like this one, checking hotspots all over the world of Russian Fishing 4, and more episodes in our leveling guide, which we are knocking on Corey's door. So if you want to see me trying to fish at Corey with undersized gear, stay tuned. We're probably 2 episodes away. I'm guessing next episode we will not be there yet. We should be hitting 16 during the making of next episode. And then probably the one after that. We'll see timing. What gear are we going to purchase? How much silver do we have? But anyway, that's what's coming around the channel. Thank you so much for your support. Let me know how your fishing at Amber's going. Tight lines, everybody.